Last week in Exploring the West, we explored the area around Gold Hill. This time we're going on a bit of a road trip, a couple of nights out, and the first place we went to was Poudre Canyon. We drove up Poudre Canyon and found a campsite, and then we went for a walk. This is Jane walking up one of the tributaries of the Poudre River. This creek runs into the Poudre River, and as you can tell, it's pretty windy, so I apologise for any wind noise on these videos. And also the streams are in full flow because of the snow melt, so there's a lot of river noise as well. But very nice day. I'm not sure Jane really needed such a big coat. It wasn't that cold, but she always seems to be colder than me. Don't know why. So here she is heading back down this side trail towards the main canyon, and going back to our campsite, which is actually not a dispersed campsite, but a national forest campsite. This campground's at around 6,700 feet, so it's a good altitude for seeing flowers at this time of year. It's June 9th. Those who are paying attention will notice that I've added the solar panels to the van. It's working out really well. I have an electric cooler at the moment, and it's running off the solar panels. I'm going to change it for a fridge at some point. Good morning. We're in Poudre Canyon. Not a lot of dispersed camping here because I was going to say the stream, but it's actually more like a river. It stops you going one side, and it's usually steep on the other. So we're in a national forest campground. It's very nice. We come here again.
Yes.
And the plan is to go west to North Park. That's one of the one of those basins you get in the west where it's flat and surrounded by mountains. It's pretty big, not as big as South Park, but pretty big. We're going to go to the town of Walden, have a look around there, and then we're going to go south to a reservoir where supposedly pelicans breed, and we'll take a look at and see if they've got any chicks yet, and take some video of pelicans. That's the plan for today.
Wow, there's a... Oh, look at all the snow!
You suddenly noticed it?
Yeah, I was watching the GoPro. Holy crap! How high up are we?
I don't know, but it'll tell us when we get to the divide.
They must have had a lot of snow here recently.
Well, it's supposed to snow was it the night before last?
Yeah.
Last night, I can't remember. Night before last night. This could be it.
Yeah.
10:76.
Yeah.
So we drove over the pass, Cameron Pass, and now we're in North Park. This is an overlook as we approach the town of Walden. Those mountains are not close. You can see for 60 to 70 miles quite often in the west, and this is quite a vast area of reasonably flat land. There's grazing here for cattle, of course, and there's also quite a lot of wildlife. It's a big hunting area. There's a wildlife refuge, and there's the town of Walden. That's about the only town around for tens of miles. And we'll take a look there. So we're in Walden. This is the main street. You notice people going into this cafe without masks, even though it says you have to wear them to go in. I think it's pretty lax out here. I don't suppose for many cases really, because it's not very densely populated. And there is some activity actually on Main Street. I guess lunchtime, so people are driving up and down, going to the bank and so on. But it's pretty quiet. And yeah, not a lot going on really. So we've left Walden and we're going south on the dead straight 125. We're still in North Park. There are mountains to the east, that's the left, and the Pelican Lake is to the right, but it's not clear how to get there. I think you have to go past it and come back on a dirt road. We'll give that a try. And in fact, we got stuck. So we came in quite a way, but when we got to this part here, we stopped because you really need a jeep, really high clearance jeep to go on past this point. The tracks are wet and the bump in the middle is really quite high. So what we're going to do is turn around and go out, and I'll show you what we came in on. It's not much, well, it's not as bad, but it's still not great.
Oh well. I know.
Walking. About 10 miles in, I think.
So they don't have a real road into it?
This is it. Look at that up ahead.
I know, I see a pronghorn.
Danny's doing remarkably well though, isn't it? What is that?
I don't know. Is that the back there?
I don't remember doing this bad, but I must have gone on the other side. I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it being this bad either.
Where are my tracks?
They're here.
Yeah, it actually looks better on the other side.
Is it?
It was okay.
something's banging up against it.
Oh, it's the bags. It's the
Oh, that's what it is, the bags.
green bags.
Yeah. I think I see the sign at the end of the road. Yeah, this is kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm not into four-wheeling, you know.
It's a shame that it's not a better road.
Yeah. But it's good that this van can handle this kind of stuff.
I know.
End of this this road.
Yeah, this was.
Back onto the good dirt road.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was interesting.
Yeah, well, that sucks. It would probably be closed when we got there anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if we, you know, going off those dates, I'm not even sure we're supposed to be on it, but obviously somebody was very recently. I think they're mainly concerned with people with guns.
Yeah.
You don't want them shooting pelicans when they're breeding.
I know. Well, why would they shoot a pelican? Would they eat it?
I don't know. What are they like, Jane?
What?
How do you taste? You would know, right?
No,
You eat lots of gross
I
food.
do not.
Too.
We need a pelican, I can tell you. Probably tastes fishy since that's what they eat.
Well, one thing is I can always put some I can put some pelican videos in my next this trip video.
Yeah.
I can put shots of pelicans. This is what we would like to have seen.
Yeah.
Anything to the right?
No. No. Phew. Well, that was pretty scary.
This road looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we were disappointed not to see any pelicans, but we decided to make the best of it and drive over to the Arapaho National Nature Reserve, which isn't far away from where we were. And who could resist a trail called the Moose Goose Trail? It turned out to be a loop starting with this boardwalk. The Illinois River runs through here, and at this point beavers had dammed it, so there was some static water and some running water, and it led to a very nice pond, which actually this was man-made with the dam. There's also some beautiful flowers around here, tons and tons of irises. I've got one particular shot that I really liked. There's a bee on the iris. And they also advertised this bird that neither of us had ever seen before, a cinnamon teal. So we were hoping that maybe we could see a cinnamon teal to make up for the not seeing pelicans. Of course, what we actually saw was lots and lots of birds that we knew, like this American coot. They always look so busy because of the way they swim, I guess, with their head motion. And you can probably see swallows going by as well. There seem to be two species of swallows, one with a very blue back and one had a sort of like browny, orangey brown patch on on its back. So it's two distinct species as far as I could tell. But just a minute, I see something down there. Could that be one of those cinnamon teals? Let's go in a bit closer, see if we can get a better picture of it. This shy bird. And there's two of them. Let's see. A bit closer. Yes, that's definitely, I guess that's a male on the left, the bright one, and the female on the right, a pair of cinnamon teal. I've never seen these birds before, never even heard of them actually. But there they go. They don't want to be photographed. They're going into the weeds. And yeah, but it's great. New species. There they go. Hiding in the reeds.
So here we are, roughing it in the National Forest. So it's a happy hour in the National Forest. It's a hell of a life, this really tough. What are you drinking?
I am drinking vodka, cherry vodka with pineapple and cranberry juice and ice.
And I've got an upslope IPA, 7.2% alcohol. I actually prefer it if there's less alcohol, so I could drink two of them, or three of them. But it's a good start. I'll probably follow this up with some wine. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll be making nachos for dinner tonight.
Oh yeah, well,
with guacamole.
We can film that, people do.
Okay, I just laid out the chips in the pan. Now Kevin will spoon the vegetarian Trader Joe's chili on top of the chips, a little bit at a time, not that much, please. Lay it in thin layers.
I'm not allowed to cook at home. I'm still getting instructions here. Well, am I allowed to boil an egg or make bread? That's it.
Bread is a big thing.
So am I doing it wrong still?
Yeah, I would put a little bit because we want it to get hot, but that's all right.
We're just having one layer of chili though, right?
Well, I was going to do 2 layers, but that's...
Oh, okay. Well, then I do need to thin it out.
It's okay. We'll just put a thin layer on the top.
How's that?
Okay, that's good.
What next?
Now we need to open up the cheese, right there. And no, that's the guacamole.
Oh, here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got these slices of cheese.
So now Kevin will be putting layers of cheese over the chili and the chips. Almost tripped over his wine.
Have we got to say we got this recipe off Tristan?
We did get this recipe off Tristan. Okay.
SUVR.
That's good.
To put it on me. SUVRVing. Is that what it's called? SUVRVing, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's Tristan's YouTube channel.
Now that's enough.
Usually doesn't cook this elaborately.
Yes. That's enough cheese. Now we're going to do another layer of chips. Nope. Now we're putting another layer of chips on, and we'll do the same thing. We'll do another layer of chili and another layer of cheese. Turn it on, cover it, and hopefully everything will melt. Since this is our first time doing this outside, I have done this in the oven at home just to see how it came out. And then we have guacamole to have with it.
How's that?
A little bit, few more around. A few more.
Go as fast as I can.
Some over here and there.
I see. You just do the filming and stop fighting. That's good enough.
Okay. And now we will have another layer, finish off the can of chili and the cheese. And we have tin foil to put leftovers in if there's too much to eat. That's good. I hope the top layer melts.
It's got to be too high for the lid actually.
Oh.
But we can always
Smush it
put
down.
the lid on and then clean the lid later.
Yeah. put tin foil over it?
No, let's use the lid, it'll press it down, it'll be fine.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Now we need
more
few,
cheese.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Going for the guacamole again, which I did make at home. And I used 2 avocados, some lime juice, cumin, chili pepper diced, and onion diced, and lime juice. And I smash everything together, and that's how I make.
Where's that lid? Where is the lid?
It's in the box. I'll spread the cheese out a bit so it melts. I'm going to do one more.
You can take as much video as you want because I can always cut it, you know.
Okay. All right, that's better. There we go.
The lid.
Yeah. Okay. Now we will turn on the stove and show it to you when it's done.
Okay. Is it melting?
It's starting to melt. It's looking pretty good. Cheese is bubbling away. Might be a little burnt on the bottom. This is actually food we should cook in the oven.
That's why I have the lid on. I should have the lid on. Oh, it's the cheese on the pan that's burning.
Yeah, that's okay. That'll taste good.
Okay.
Next time maybe we'll do it with corn tortillas.
So how's it going?
It's almost done. A few more minutes and we'll be eating.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Lift the lid again.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Almost there.
So we'll put it on camera.
I said I'm so full and I'm drunk. I'm glad we're going for a walk.
How we got to get past this gate, Jane?
Try not to fall.
Are you not hot with that big coat on? It's pretty warm.
No. It's cold.
Another.
And my purple gloves.
You've got what? Purple gloves?
Yeah, they don't match.
It's probably taking you at the moment. I can't really see because it's a, you know, it's a GoPro, but it's a pretty wide angle. So, walking in the National Forest after dinner. The sun, whoops, the sun has come out. I just tripped again. Don't know why Jane's got that jacket on. It's really warm. Going back up to the campsite. Good morning. We've woken up to this fantastic day. It's blue skies all around. We're at 9,000 feet, about 50 feet below 9,000, and it's already hot. It's about 8:45 in the morning, and I'm going to take this top shirt off soon. This campsite is just inside the National Forest boundary. We've got the Routt National Forest is where we are. Routt and Medicine Bow are managed together. This is Routt. Yeah, we got to the sign for the forest, turned left, part, done. Great sight. Walking towards Jane and the van now, and we powered everything off the solar panels on this trip. First time we've used them. I can power the auxiliary battery from the alternator as well. It's worked out great. However, this morning I woke up and neither camera had any charge, so I've got an M50 which I've been using, Canon M50 I've been using mainly, and also a GoPro for when there's motion, and I just recharged the GoPro, which is what I'm using at the moment. Here's Jane. The forest here has been heavily logged, but they've done a good job. They didn't clear cut it. They've left stands of trees like this one over here, and lots of individual trees, and it's regenerated nicely here. So I think they did an excellent job. Lots of small trees, look like they're, I don't know, these trees grow pretty slowly, so they're probably a few years old. But anyway, great job, and we love the solar panels.
you.